First of all, I thought Steele was really, really good for his first, time in kind of real action, and he's 2.5 years or so. So I thought anytime we had him out there, that was good. I thought Jalen impacted the game like he's been impacted in practice a lot in a variety of ways. I think once B. Smith settled down a little bit, he was very, very effective. Again, we played the bigs very limited. Obviously, they're gonna be a huge key to the year. And then obviously Davis has had a really good fall camp. Very good. Been very forceful, very making athletic plays, and has a nose for the ball. And then in both our inner squad and then this one, he scored it really well.
It's important to have that wing depth, especially right now with Manuel not playing and Tylon situation.
Yeah.
A few guys you can point there.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a luxury that we've had here for a couple of weeks, but all of a sudden we walked out there and it was different than what we've been dealing with every day. Setting the teams in practice, not having those two.
Graham brought the ball up the floor a couple times. We've seen that a little bit last year. He did it in craziness and then a lot today.
Yeah.
Did you see him doing more of that in regular
Yeah,
season?
I see both him and Huff are comfortable with that. We've always had that, just like with Drew, Timmy bringing it up. Obviously, Rui and BC brought it up extremely well, and it caused a lot of problems. That year on the opponent. The opponents really struggled with it. Our offense was off the charts when they did that. So we've been doing a lot of that. It's a fine line. They're so effective around the basket, but by and large, he had a kind of a bonehead play tonight. But they've been really, really good when we've been doing that thus far this fall.
Coach, what's the adjustment for Mario coming over from the FIBA rules? He had the 3 early fouls, but then he got settled in and had a good finish there. What's that adjustment been like?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's more so much FIBA rules. It's just kind of style of play a little bit. This game is over here. Sometimes they have a tendency to press up and pressure more a little bit and pressure the lead passes a little bit, which maybe doesn't happen quite as much. It's more kind of solid physical defense, FIBA. Usually you can swing the ball and kind of easy entry passes, things like that. So he's been just struggling with that a little bit and just learning. Again, it's totally different than what he was able, new roles, new terminology, new style. I mean, we're playing really, really fast, trying to get him to do that. But I think he showed glimpses tonight. He can shoot the ball when you go under a ball screen. He's got good size. There's vision there, and it's just a matter of kind of putting it all together.
Coach, how much stock or how important is it to get some of those new faces out in front of a different team, in front of the Kennel crowd? I mean, do you put any stock into that?
No, I think that's why we did this. We and it's on me, and we thought we had a couple different scenarios going that we had agreed upon with exhibitions and/or closed-door scrimmages, and then one fell through, and then we thought we had another one, and then that one kind of fell through, and then we were kind of without our usual, high-level scrimmage and/or exhibition that we do. So Northwest was nice enough to come play us. So just getting out under the lights, I think, is extremely beneficial, and feeling that little, game jitters and anxiety and things like that. You got to get used to playing in front of the crowd and under the bright lights.
Getting the news about Tylon last week, what was the reaction to that? How do you guys try to keep his head up and keep him positive as you kind of work through this now?
Well, hey, listen, guys. It's just been a really, really tough deal. He's a incredible guy. He's got an incredible story. I've been now coaching in college for 37 years, and I've seen a lot of these situations, and a lot of these waivers have went through. I know it's a hard situation for the NCAA, with all these waivers that happen to be out there. But listen, I've never seen one as unique as this. He literally died. His heart stopped not once but twice when he was on the floor. And he didn't have 2 years of basketball. He's put everything into basketball. It means the world to him. And again, I've seen all kinds of things for, my cousin wasn't feeling well, so I got to go home, so I need a waiver, and that was granted. And, I didn't start last year, or I didn't get to play point, and I'm mentally off, so I need a waiver, and that was granted. And he literally died. He died twice, okay? And again, I've been a huge advocate for the NCAA, and will continue to be. They got a tough gig, but they're just wrong on this one. So hopefully I know Ty's filed a case, and we'll hope that turns out the right way. But it's just been tough. The timing of it's too. We submitted a waiver way back in June, and so he really doesn't have any options here if this doesn't come through.
You guys have, I think you're supposed to be at media day on Thursday from, I think it's noon to 5, and that's the same time as his hearing. Have you figured out how you're going to handle the conflict?
Yeah, we'll deal with all that. We're just kind of processing day by day here. We don't have any plans for whatever.
And Coach Lawson, on Braden Smith, just his 3-point shooting and seeing his shot come along. You've seen him for a year now. What do you kind of like about him and being able to also pop out on the ball screen and knock that down?
Yeah, well, the first thing that comes out, he's a great leader. He reminds me of Kevin Pangos in that regard, and great at team building and bringing everybody together. I think last year he helped us tremendously last year with that, even though he wasn't playing. He can score. He's a scoring point guard. I mean, he can clearly shoot the ball from 3, catch and shooter. If you go under on his ball screen, he's a real threat there. So I think he's definitely kind of wired to score a little bit, and he's had some big games throughout his career doing that.
Coach, how dangerous is this front court with EK and Braden? I mean, I know that you didn't have to use them too much today, but how dangerous could they be?
I think the combination of those two coming back, that we should be one of the best front courts in the country. I think they've showed that at times. I think they showed that down the stretch at the end of last year, and they certainly played great in our last game last year against one of the best defenses in the country and probably one of the best defensive front courts in the country. So that's the expectation, and hopefully everybody, all of us, will see some growth from last year to this year.
Time for one more. Emotions of being back out there and being able to contribute.
Yeah, I got a good glimpse at craziness, but it's been a long 2 years, but it's just been a blessing to be with these guys, and it feels amazing to get back in the kennel, put on the uniform, and compete.
When you go for the dunk, do you think about anything, or is it just a routine play, or you don't think about anything?
No, I'm not thinking about it anymore. Yeah, it's just routine.
Well, to kind of be able to show out like that, was it just you were seeing the net well, or what was it today?
Yeah, my teammates, these guys, they instill a lot of confidence in me, and the coaches just trusting my work and just going out there playing, having fun. So I'd kind of just say that's the approach I took with it.
Jalen, what's the importance of having kind of the depth you guys have at wing, especially with the Tylon situation and also Emmanuel not being able to play right now?
Yeah, I feel like having this much depth, we can come at other teams in waves, and we can get a lot of different guys in there, a lot of new energy. So we've been using it to our benefit throughout offseason.
Davis, Coach Few described you as fearless, I guess. Just how have you kind of built that persona when you're on the court over the years, and when did that maybe start for you?
Yeah, I've always been confident in my game. I know how much work I put in, so just going out there, not playing scared of a mistake, just going out there playing, having fun. This is what I love to do, so yeah.
Can you guys each talk about what it's been like to play with Braden Smith, though, just the way he runs the floor, distributes? Also sounds like he's kind of been one of the vocal leaders, and he gets pretty passionate out there too.
Yeah, I would say the main word is competitive. He's just a great competitor. We redshirted together last year, and just the way he sees the game is at a high level. So I would definitely say competitive.
Yeah, the way he's able to push the pace is huge for us. He's super cerebral, and he's just a floor general, so it really helps us.
Yeah, I think his leadership is amazing. Not only through his words, but his actions. And then just on the court with him, he always makes the right play. He needs to score it, he can score it. You're open, he's going to hit you. So, yeah.
Steele, how good could this front court be with EK and Huff coming back? And I mean, just what they're able to do, and you didn't even need them very much an alternate.
I mean, we all think they're the best two bigs in the country. Their presence is definitely felt every night. They're going to have to get doubled. That's going to make more space for us to work. And, yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to stop them, and it's going to be big for us.
Jalen, you had the 13 rebounds. How much of that has been an emphasis? And is there a target this year, average rebounds that you're kind of looking to hit, or just game-by-game basis?
Yeah, no, Coach Few's been on me about being on the glass, offensive and defensively. So I feel like those are energy plays that can kind of get our team going. So I don't have a specific number, but the more plays that I can make on the glass, the better we're going to be as a team.
Just for any of you, what about the transition offense, being able to play fast and having 4 to 5 guys that can run the floor? What does that do for this team?
I feel like it's everything. We want to play the fastest pace in the country, and like you said earlier, the depth that we have will make it easier for us to push the ball and trust our decision making in transition.
Still, do you have a countdown toward the first regular season game? I know you've played in games like this before. You've played in craziness, but how much are you looking forward to the Texas Southern game and playing a real game for the first time in 3 years?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Obviously, I've waited 2 years for this. I'm just blessed to be back, blessed to be with these guys and be out on the court again.
Time for a couple more.
Davis, what'd you make of the defensive intensity? I know you got your hands on a couple plays, but just from the first half and the second half, what'd you kind of make of the group's collective energy on defensive end?
Yeah, at halftime we just talked about being in the gaps and just speeding them up, and I think we did a really good job of that, getting passing lanes and then getting out in transition and running, and it's obviously a super fun way to play, so yeah.
For Steele and Jalen, what have you guys seen from Davis? And obviously being older guys, you know what it's like to be a freshman and kind of the learning curve that goes with it. What's he shown in practices that's allowed him to be able to make an impact like this right away?
Yeah, I would say he's just a sponge. Like he's always in the gym. He's always not just listening to information, but applying it as soon as he hears it. So that's been really impressive, especially as a young guy just getting to college. I can say he does that every single day. So.
Yeah, to go off that and what you said earlier, he's fearless. When you have a guy like this who can score at any given time, it makes it a lot easier, especially coming in as a freshman, just being confident. It's really nice to have.
More for the guys?
Davis, what'd you make kind of the energy at a couple high flyers there, throwing it down, a little bit of intensity there? Just what'd you make of that and those energy plays today?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Like, the crowd gets going, so it's obviously pretty cool, but yeah.